It is Tuesday. It is the 23rd of April. I'm Monita Rajpal. This is CNN News Center live from Hong Kong, making news today. We'll have those stories for you in just a moment, but first today, Spanish authorities say they've arrested two men they suspect of being al-Qaeda terrorists. This comes just days before the upcoming Madrid marathon on Sunday, but police have not linked the events, and they say they have no indication of an imminent attack. Authorities say one suspect is of Algerian origin, the other Moroccan. Let's take you live now to Spain and CNN's Al Goodman, who joins us now from the bureau in Madrid. Al, what more do we know about this?
Hi, Monita. Well, the more important of the two suspects is the man of Algerian origin who was arrested.
Al, thank you for that. Al Goodman there reporting to us live from Madrid. Meanwhile, in Boston, the suspect in the marathon bombing there is talking to investigators. Jahar Tsarnaev told law enforcement officers that his older brother, Tamerlan, was the driving force behind last week's terror attack. His brothers are sons of Chechen refugees from the troubled Caucasus region of southern Russia. And as Nick Payton-Walsh found out, Tamerlan's journey back to those roots revealed a significant change in his behavior.
She knew the alleged elder Boston bomber as a child and saw Tamerlan Tsarnaev grow up, then leave for America.
Let's bring you up to date on some of the other stories we're following here on CNN News Center. A bomb has exploded outside the French embassy in Tripoli. Witnesses say there's been extensive damage to the building. The French Foreign Ministry says 2 security guards and a child were injured in the blast. As a new wave of violence hits Syria, the interim opposition chief is scrambling to try to free 2 kidnapped bishops. Athens confirms the abduction of the Greek Orthodox bishop of Aleppo, as well as a Syrian Orthodox bishop. Opposition chief George Sabra is trying to secure their release. The crisis in Syria will be a top talking point today for U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry at the NATO meetings in Brussels. Kerry is also expected to have discussions on the sidelines with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. The Chechen roots of the Boston bombing suspects could loom large during those talks. And France is expected to become the 14th country to legalize same-sex marriage with a vote today in the lower house of parliament. The vote is the final approval needed to pass the law, but opponents say they'll do anything to stop it being passed. They'll be able to go to the French Constitutional Council and ask it to veto the new law. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Coming up, Japan's island dispute with China intensifies with no... You're watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. I'm Monita Rajpal. A terror plot in Canada has been foiled, and authorities say it has nothing to do with the Boston bombings. 2 suspects accused of planning an attack on a Canadian passenger train are due in court today. On Monday, the 2 men were arrested in Toronto and charged with receiving support from al-Qaeda networks in Iran to bomb a Canadian railway line. Tehran denies that al-Qaeda operates in Iran. Well, the chairman of the U.S. House Counterterrorism Subcommittee says the target was thought to be a train bound for the U.S. from Canada. CNN's Ted Rowlands joins us now live from Toronto. And Ted, there are so many threads to this story. First of all, bring us up to date about what we know about what allegedly happened.
Well, what we know is that
all right, Ted, thank you for that. Ted Rowlands there live for us from Toronto. Japan is accusing China of illegally sending government ships into waters that both sides claim as their own. A group of islands in the East China Sea is at the heart of a bitter dispute between the two countries. Japan, which bought several of the islands from a private owner last year, says 8 Chinese ships have entered its territory without permission. China says it's carrying out routine patrols of waters that it controls. Let's take you live now to CNN's Ivan Watson, who's been following the story for us from Beijing. Again, it seems as though this story is not showing any signs of compromise.
No, both countries are very much firm in their positions, and the rhetoric is really...
Ivan, thank you for that. Ivan Watson there in Beijing. And staying in China, the search for survivors continues in Sichuan province, where an earthquake struck on Saturday. Chinese state media says the death toll has risen to 193. Let's take a look at the weather condition for that region. Let's take you now to our meteorologist, Mari Ramos, at the World Weather Center. Mari.
And Monita, those pictures really heartbreaking to see what people are having to go through here.
All right, Mari, thank you very much for that. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. This is CNN News Center live from Hong Kong, and Manchester United Football Club is used to making history, and they've written another chapter in the record books. Alex Thomas joins us now to tell us more about that. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Monita. Yes, manager Alex Ferguson's insisting his current football analysis with our experts in world sports, which I'm hosting in just over 5 hours' time. For now, though, Monita, back to you in Hong Kong.
All righty, Alex, thank you very much for that. Now, it's a new job that comes with a lot of history behind it, so no pressure there. Stonehenge is looking for a senior manager. Only exceptional candidates need apply, they say, if they want to oversee a 5,000-year-old stone circle that gets 1 million visitors every year. Experts think Stonehenge was created as a temple to the sun, but the new manager will apparently be expected to take the site into a new era. We wonder what the Druids will think about that. Pays pretty well, I hear. You are watching CNN News Center. I'm Monita Rajpal, live at CNN Hong Kong. Thanks for joining us. We'll update you with the news headlines in just a couple of minutes.